Hi, I'm Damien and this is Enneagram Life, and today I'm going to give you a general overview of Enneagram Type 4. So, Enneagram Type 4, to summarize them, they are a type that thinks they're so unique. Yeah, so Enneagram Type 4 feels, because they're a feeling type, that they're so unique. They feel that they're so special. They think that they're so special. Think or feel, you can use those words interchangeably. And they think that they're so special. They think that they're so unique. Special and unique, it means the same. But some people hear special and they think it means more awesome. So Enneagram Type 4 thinks they're so awesome. Whereas people hear the word unique and they think that means one of a kind, normally. So Enneagram Type 4 thinks they're one of a kind. I mean both. I mean they think that they're awesome and they think they're one of a kind. So you could use the word special, unique. It means the same thing. That's what it means. They think they're one of a kind and they think they're awesome. Or they feel they're one of a kind and they feel they're awesome. Enneagram Type 4 thinks they're so unique. That's a good summary. But if I was going to make it longer, I would add that the world will never realize how amazing they are. So Enneagram Type 4 thinks they're so unique that the world will never realize how amazing they are. The last part, that the world will never realize how amazing they are, that sets up that idea of people won't even be able to give them, people won't even be able to realize how unique they are. Yeah. So there's a little bit of melancholy set up in that. A little bit of unfortunateness. But it's unfortunate because they're so awesome, right? Because they're so special. And that's how they see themselves. It's like they themselves look at themselves and they're like that. They're like, wow, I just can't believe how special I am. People will never realize I'm just so special. And they're a shame type. So I've talked about that term before. The 2s and the 3s and the 4s are all called shame types. But I prefer the term pride types. In terms of the Enneagram and those titles of the core emotions, the word shame and pride, they mean the same thing. It's the opposite side of the same coin, the emotion of pride and shame. On one side you have pride, on the other side you have shame. But in terms of those titles, it's the same concept. Yeah. It's just about, like, are you defining them in terms of the feeling they're running away from or the feeling they're running towards? Pride or shame? And I want you to understand that all the shame types, the 2, the 3, and the 4, are very prideful people. They're not humble. These are prideful people. So the shame types, they are all the pride types. They all have in common that they want something from other people, and what they want from other people is an acknowledgement of their value. So the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s want that. They want that acknowledgement of their value from other people. And this is something that's very much a part of their core. And they want it in different ways. Like the 2, it's called the helper, or they're called the helpers, because they help people out, but they help people out as a way of being valuable and useful to people. And so if you're valuable to someone else, that makes you important. That makes you valuable. Especially if you're valuable to important people. Then you're a valuable person. And so that's how the Enneagram Type 2 tries to get that acknowledgement of its value. And for the 3, they want people to tell them how awesome they are. And that's how they get the acknowledgement of their value, by people telling them they're great. And the 4s, they want people to think they're awesome as well, but it's slightly different. Like for the Enneagram Type 3, they want that, you're awesome, that just straightforward, wow. They want that reaction from people when people see them. And for example, like a sports hero, they're seen as awesome in today's society, very much so. And people around them cheering. That's what the 3s want from other people. You can imagine, like in a sports stadium, you come to watch this team and it's an awesome team and there's players on that team that are the best players, and you're watching those players and you're expecting them to do awesome things. And then imagine like they totally live up to that expectation, and they go beyond that. Like maybe you're watching basketball and this basketball player who's you've seen awesome stuff from him all game, and you expected awesome stuff when you came into the game, and then he free throws the ball from totally across the other side of the court. And he has to do it like this. He can't shoot normally. He has to do like an overhand throw because the ball has to travel so far from one end of the court, and then it goes into the hoop at the other end of the court. Something like that. And the whole crowd stands up and they're just like, whoa, did you see that? They're just amazed by how awesome this guy is. And they're just like completely, whoa, wow, that is awesome. That's what the 3s want from people. That sort of recognition, and them to look at them like that, like just totally, wow, you're awesome. But the 4s, what they want, it's a bit different. What they actually want from people, they want them to see them as awesome, but they also want the people to look at them kind of a bit bewildered, like taken aback by the awesomeness. Kind of like if you're watching a magic show, like if you see a great magician. Sometimes you see a great magician and the crowd, they see something, this magic act, and their crowd is like, whoa! But it's like, there's shock in that. Like, that was amazing, but it's also, how did he do that? I can't get my head around it. There's surprise, and you're on the back foot when you see it, but you still think it's awesome. You're like, whoa! When you see that, like some great magicians get that, and that's what the 4s want from people. So they want you to see them as awesome, but they kind of want to shock you and have you on that back foot. And the reason they want that is because of where they are on the Enneagram. Like they're between the 3 and the 5. And the Enneagram 3, they want the awesomeness. They think they're awesome, the Enneagram Type 3s. And so they want that recognition from other people. They want you to see them as awesome because they think they're super awesome. And they also think they're super capable. They believe in themselves. The Enneagram, believing in yourself means you think you're capable. And the Enneagram Type 3s, they think they're awesome and they believe in themselves. And these are actually 2 different concepts. Thinking that you're awesome and thinking that you're capable. So this is what the Type 3 thinks of itself. And then the Type 5, they do not see themselves as capable, like from an emotional standpoint. Maybe cognitively, if you ask them about a certain thing, yeah, they're going to say they're capable at it. Like, can you do a reverse park or something like this? But I'm talking about like from an emotional standpoint, the Type 5. If you look at my Type 5 general overview, I talk about how they are overwhelmed so often. That's the emotional place that they're in. And if you are overwhelmed, that's like you don't quite get what's going on. You can't quite, you don't feel you have a grip on what's happening, and you need to just stand back and wait and watch. You haven't formed this like set, I know what's happening, I got this. I can see, I know what this is. I can totally handle this. Like that is where the Enneagram 5 is. They are overwhelmed. They don't feel they can handle a lot of things. They haven't even gotten to that stage of asking themselves, can they handle it? They're just overwhelmed. And so they don't see themselves as capable, and they don't see themselves as awesome. But the type 3 sees themselves as awesome and capable, and the type 4 is in the middle. So it takes from the type 3 in that it sees itself as awesome, but it takes from the type 5 in that they don't think they're capable. They don't, and it's not that they cognitively they're walking around thinking I'm not capable. No, they just don't have that emotional, all the emotions there that the 3 has that tells them and reassures them that they're so able and capable and gives them that belief in themselves to make things happen. No, but they have that same amount of awesomeness or close. They have the awesomeness that the type 3 has. They feel that they're awesome. And so that's what they want from people. They want people to see them and be like, you're awesome, but they're not able to fully, or they don't fully feel comfortable with the whole, the whole concept of it like the 3 has, where it's all like awesome in every way and able to live up to the image of awesome and all of that, which is awesomeness paired with that belief in yourself. So the Enneagram Type 4s, because that's the emotional place they're in, they're thinking that they're awesome, but they want to, they don't feel like that confidence of being able to do anything and handle anything. And so they like to put people in a position of, have people on the back foot and not quite get what's going on, but still thinking they're awesome. And this is the emotional place that the Enneagram Type 4 is in. Yeah, it's not like an emotional place that I think is commonly discussed in general society. So it might take a while to sort of realize that. And hopefully have a look at magicians and the way that people will react. And hopefully, well, sometimes, often if it's a good magician. And hopefully you'll get that, what I'm trying to explain, that emotional place. And it explains a lot of their behavior in the Enneagram Type 4s. Like, often they'll set themselves up as the connoisseur. They'll frame themselves as they're like good at things, like they're good at certain things, like they're really intuitive. Things like that are not like directly linked to capabilities, rather than setting themselves up as really awesome as a really awesome musician or something. So rather than saying, setting themselves up as I'm an amazing musician, like music, not magician. Rather than setting themselves up as that, they'll set themselves up as, I'm this awesome connoisseur. I know who the great musicians are. I know what great music is. Like that's how, I know what great music is. Like that, they have that ability. They'll set themselves up as knowing who is awesome, knowing what is awesome, rather than themselves being awesome. And that's kind of a way of getting reflected glory from people. The 2s do that as well. The 2s get reflected glory through saying, not saying I'm so great. The 2s say, look how great my friends are, or I'm such good friends with this great person. And the 4s, they're going to get that reflected glory from saying, I know what awesomeness is. I know what great music is. Or I'm so good at sensing what someone else is feeling, or something like this that isn't quite capable of, it's not like something that you can really measure and say, a capability that's so measurable. And I think that explains 4s reasonably well, pretty much. they are connected to the Enneagram Type 1 and Enneagram Type 2. So in previous videos, I used the term they have that. I use those terms of the lines of growth and stress in my previous overviews for the other types, but I'm going to stay away from that term now of growth and stress and just use the lines of connection. So the Enneagram lines connect them to 1 and 2. And yeah, they move towards the 1 when they are moving towards, sometimes they will tell you what's right and wrong, and they'll maybe make a stance about what people should and shouldn't be doing. This is how they move towards the Type 1. And when they move towards the Type 4, to the Type 2, it's when they're trying to establish relationships with things like flattery. That's their movement towards the Type 2. So they're the Enneagram types that they're connected to. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.